seed oils a food safety issue or a beat up? I get sugar and tobacco vibes when I think about the current kerfuffle over seed oils. If you recall, the sugar industry set out to demonize animal fats in the 1960s and 70s and succeeded in making them dietary enemy number one for decades, successfully taking the spotlight off the harms caused by the overconsumption of simple sugars. Today, influential people are publicly demonizing seed oils in a way that reeks of a similar approach. If there is a sinister campaign at work here, it's been mighty effective. The Make America Healthy Again policy includes prioritised actions against seed oils, while other parts of the same government cut $1 billion from USDA for local food purchases for school lunches and food banks. I can't help wondering if there's a competing oil or fat industry going after oilseeds, or perhaps even a foreign government seeking to harm the health of Americans by encouraging a return to animal fats. Newsflash, searches for tallow are up by 267% in the past year. What are seed oils exactly? Seed oils are edible oils extracted from the seeds of various plants. The seed oils most often criticised are sometimes called the hateful eight: soybean, canola, corn, cottonseed, sunflower, safflower, rice bran, and grapeseed. But other seed oils also include linseed or flaxseed oil and sesame oil. In the US, soybean oil accounts for 60% of the market share of edible oils, with canola, corn, and cottonseed at 16%, 5%, and 3% respectively. Seed oils are made by crushing or grinding the seeds of plants to make meal, then heating the meal, followed by pressing or using solvents to extract crude oil. The crude oil is refined, with the refining processes often making use of chemicals or steam. So what's all the fuss about seed oils? The backlash against seed oils began to gain significant traction in about 2018, with misinformation spread by social media influencers and alternative health advocates who questioned the safety and health effects of the oils. Claims about the toxicity of seed oils, their links to chronic diseases, and their alleged harmful components are now so prominent that the US government is formulating policy around them. The key concerns of the anti-seed oil lobbyists are described below. Processing methods. Critics are concerned about the use of chemical solvents like hexane in oil refining processes, which they believe may leave trace residues in the finished oil. However, a study of 40 oils from the Iranian market, including blended oils, sunflower oils, corn oils and canola oils, found they all contained less than the EU regulated limit of 1 milligram per kilogram, with the maximum amount found in a sample at just 42.6 micrograms per kilogram. A different study of 4 oils found the sample of sunflower contained 2 to 3 times the limit for hexane, while corn oil, sesame oil, and palm oil samples contained hexane below the 1 milligram per kilogram limit. Residual hexane is also likely to evaporate from oil during cooking. The second thing they're concerned about is high omega-6 content. Many seed oils are high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids. While these are essential nutrients, a too high ratio of consumption of omega-6 compared to omega-3 may cause health issues, including an increased risk of obesity and inflammatory disorders. However, people who consume more seed oils haven't been shown to have excess pro-inflammatory compounds or inflammation markers in their bodies. In addition, oils high in omega-6 can reduce the risk of heart disease if used in place of saturated fats. And finally, the concern is their use in processed foods. Seed oils are used in highly processed foods, which are also high in sugar and fat, and unhealthy fat and salt, which further fuels concerns. So are seed oils unsafe? I understand consumers' concerns with hexane residues in seed oils and their possible links to inflammation. However, toxic effects from hexane aren't expected at the less than 1 parts per million quantities found in seed oil. In addition, if their consumption is balanced by a healthy intake of omega-3 containing foods, there's no evidence they can cause inflammation, cancer, or heart disease. In summary, there's no evidence they're unsafe for consumers. To me, the current complaints about seed oils seems like the result of a well-coordinated campaign against them, perhaps begun by a competing industry. If that's the case, the masterminds have hidden their tracks well, as I wasn't able to uncover any obvious links between the social media influencers promoting misinformation about seed oils and a source of financial support for the campaign. And you can read more in a BBC report that was published in May this year called "Are Seed Oils Really Bad for You?" And the source for that, the link to that, and the link to all the other sources I've used in this article can be found in the email and the post. And if you're listening on YouTube, the link to that is in the YouTube description.